gather around. It's time for the show to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
Alright, there were so many matches this year that were just too much.
So this won't be a shocker because we've had a handful of really awesome matches that we just can't stop talking about.
How many times have these guys fought? Like it's been quite a bit.
I've been saying this all year. They're just so great to watch. We saw the heel turn coming, and then when it happened, nice and bloody, both dramatic and beautiful.
You are now entering the ring with Chutes and Ladders podcast. Here are your hosts, Desiree and Jason.
Chutes and Ladders, AEW mid-season grades. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
We're officially at the halfway point of the year, which means it's time to hand out our AEW mid-season awards. AEW's delivered memorable matches, breakout stars, incredible promos, and some of the best in-ring action in all pro wrestling. Daz, what are your initial thoughts?
You know, those other promotions have a lot of competition right now because AEW has really been stepping it up this year. Their matches, the roster, they are really kicking some ass this year.
For sure. Now let's start with the first topic. Rising superstar of the mid-year. Des, who you got?
Okay, I don't like the thought. Okay, I don't want to call this guy a rising star because he already is, but I feel like he can be elevated, and that's going to be Will Ospreay. Just because, you know, he's come back from injury, starting out strong. I really think it's his year. We've been saying this, you know, I think it's his time to shine. So and can really be the face of AEW and really hold it well. So him, if we're looking at like newer person, I would go with Kevin Knight.
Cool. Well, so I have an honorable mention of Darby Allin just because he won the title again, and I thought they were really just going to elevate him. Maybe they still will, but I'm actually going to pick Takeshita.
Oh yeah, he was on my list.
Listen, he's gone from potential superstar to legitimate main eventer. Thankfully, he just won the title. I think winning the world title is next, and I think the crowd will just go nuts. Listen, he has it.
So good.
All right, now let's talk about promo of the mid-year, and to me, there's one that stands out. But what about you?
There's a couple that I had on my list, and I went back and forth, but just because he's so damn good on the mic, I am going with MJF versus Kenny Omega, the build-up for Dynasty. You know, he's full of low blows, and calling Kenny older, that, you know, he may have come back from injury and the doctors cleared him at 100%, but he's only moving at 75%. And, you know, MJF just being the shit talker and thinking that he's so much better than, you know, everybody else. It just fuels everything. So it ended up being a fantastic match, but just that promo, I think it was in early April on Dynamite. It was just so good.
Love it. Great choice. I have Kenny Omega, but I have his heart-to-heart with Will Ospreay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, listen, Kenny peeled back the curtain, delivered one of the most authentic, emotional promos of the year. It felt personal, real, and added another layer to one of AEW's biggest storylines. So I thought that was great, but what you picked is great. And again, there's been some other good promos as well, but to me, that really rose above everything else.
Look at Kenny.
All right, now let's talk about tag team of the mid-year. We kind of were critical about the division, but who gets a nod for you?
I'm still critical on the division. I just feel like across the board with all the promotions, their tag teams just aren't that strong. But just based on the year so far, just based on ring work and titles, I had to go with FTR. Just because I hate to say it was just what I had to work with. But yeah, I mean, they're not terrible. You know, they're heels, and holding tag titles it's not new for them. But yeah, I just went with them.
They've been the most consistent, so that's a good choice. But I'm going to pick Edge and Cope.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing that probably for nostalgic reasons and the fact that we've seen them wrestle back in the late 90s, and it's almost 30 years later, and now they have the titles again. That's just impressive. It's cool. And I don't, they probably won't have it for too much longer, and this could be their last run. So, yeah, I'd had to go with them.
I don't hate that at all.
All right, now let's talk about female wrestler of the mid-year. Who's your female wrestler mid-year, and is there any match that really kind of solidifies that choice?
I feel like this is a no-brainer just because of the word consistency, and it's been Tekla. I just felt like this was her year. She just has really good. I love a heel. I love a bad girl, and she's doing a pretty damn good job at it. She had a really awesome match at Double or Nothing against multiple strong women like Jamie Hayter and Chris Statlander. I mean, she's the women's champion. Like, I feel like she's had a pretty damn good year so far.
Love it. It's a great choice. I actually picked Statlander.
Yeah.
And listen, I just thought, she's one of the most consistent performers in the division. She's physical. She's a lot of confidence. A lot of big match performances. So, I mean, listen, you had a great choice, but I think Statlander just kind of edged it out for me so far.
I love Stat Daddy.
All right, now let's talk about male wrestler of the mid-year. Des, of all the great male wrestlers that are in AEW, who wins this award for you?
This is really hard, and it just tells you how good and how strong the AEW male talent is right now, because I had a giant list, and I was like, oh, God, do I want to be that same person? I've gone with Will Ospreay and Takeshita, but I ended up with MJF just because it's MJF. I just love that guy. He is so damn good. Such a cocky asshole, but he brings it in the ring. When he's on TV, I stop with what he's doing or what I'm doing to watch him. So I'm typical. I'm going with MJF.
Great choice. Obviously, the champion. However, I'm going to go with Will Ospreay. I think this is way too obvious. Listen, to me, nobody's consistently delivering the level Ospreay does. I mean, he's probably one of the most athletic wrestlers I've ever seen, regardless of promotion. I mean, main event performances, he's going to be a champion very soon. I think he loves the crowd. He's great on the mic. I just think he has it. So far, I'm going to give it to him.
God, he is just like the total package. Like, he is like the perfect wrestling prototype.
No doubt. All right, now let's talk about pay-per-view of the mid-year. There's been some really strong pay-per-views. You and I have talked about that on our recap episodes. But what's the one pay-per-view that stood out to you so far?
That is one thing that AEW does damn good, is put on a damn good show and get your money worth for it. So, I don't know if it's because it's so fresh or because of it was such a damn good match card, and that's Double or Nothing.
That's mine too. I think that
banger
that's definitively.
Yes.
Yeah, look, from top to bottom, nothing felt like such a major event. Strong matches, big moments, meaningful developments that made it feel like AEW's best. But I think you and I are both on the same page. Granted, it is fresh, just like you said, but I have a feeling this could win the award come the end of the season awards.
Yeah, it's that damn good.
All right, for sure. Now, this is going to be tough. This is probably the toughest of the categories. Match of the mid-year. Des, who you got? Because there's so many to choose.
Okay, I feel very confident with it. Maybe not anymore, but I'm going with Okada and Takeshita.
Ooh, great choice.
Good. It was so good. I still rewatch, even though it just happened like a week or 2 weeks ago. I love it. It was so good. It was like a clinic of what the best technical match would be. This was long awaited. We loved them. It just elevated both of them. It was, I don't know, I loved it. I know there was many, many more on my list, but this one really stuck out.
Unbelievable choice. Yeah, listen, you can't go wrong. I may flip and choose that at the end of the year, but so far I'm going to pick Moxley versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
That was definitely a physical, emotional, and unpredictable match. It was great, honestly. I mean, these are two of AEW's best. I thought they both brought it. I thought they both kind of elevated each other, and that's very hard to do in a match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, but listen, there's still tons left to go. But now we're going to do a quick game of Fast Count. You ready?
Okay.
Biggest surprise of 2026 so far?
Darby Allin winning the championship.
You got it. Most underrated wrestler in AEW?
Most underrated. Oh my god, I feel like they're all great. You know what? I'm going with Takeshita.
Okay.
I feel like he doesn't get enough.
Love it. All right, best entrance in AEW.
Entrance. I really like Kenny Omega's. He's very creative.
For sure. One wrestler who needs a bigger push.
Will Ospreay, even though he doesn't need the push, but they need to just go ahead and just give him the gold.
For sure. One dream match you want before year's end.
Something with Will Ospreay. I feel like anyone with Will Ospreay is going to be phenomenal. Hey, Will Ospreay and MJF, let's do it again. I don't know.
That would be mine. One title change you predict happens this year.
Definitely a new female champion. I think it's time.
Okay. Will AEW finish the year stronger than it started?
100%. If they stay like this with their consistency and their quality, they're going to be out of control.
Love it. And now we're rolling to final thoughts. What's your overall takeaway from AEW so far this year? And what's one thing that you're most excited for the next 6 months?
It's just they've made such huge improvements. I know that they're still considered a newer promotion, but they're only going up. I feel like they're actually listening to the fans and saying, hey, we love the quality. And what I love is that it's wrestling. It's not entertainment. So they're focusing on that. So the talent is so good, and I appreciate just how hard they're working, and the storylines are getting better. It's a little bit, I'm seeing more longer term bookings rather than the short term and then we're done kind of feel. So I think they're doing a fantastic job, and I feel like 2026 they're going to end it strong.
Love it. And that actually wraps up this episode. What are your thoughts as far as mid-season grades for AEW? Give us your grades by shooting us a DM at the Shoots and Ladders. Like always, please like, share, and subscribe, both on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
All right, until next time, have a blessed day and a blessed week.
Have a great week. Bye, friends.
This has been Shoots and Ladders. Follow us for more content.